Welcome back everyone to another cooking video. Just like any good pasta, we're gonna need our eggs. So I'm gonna crack in one egg into a white bowl. And I'm gonna cut the camera here and attempt a one-hand crack. Making pasta is very simple. It takes very little work and doesn't require many ingredients. Most of which I don't have because I'm making this video on a whim. Okay, now we're gonna make a crater. Make it look like a volcano, make it look like it's enough to fit 4 eggs. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. So here's me pouring just a tiny bit more flour in. I don't know what that does, but it probably makes the crater worse, now that I think about it. Alright, egg time, here we go. We're gonna pour in 1 egg, realize that it's spilling, but we can't see because the bowl is covering it, and try to fit in another egg. And oh, there we go, the volcano broke. Alright, it's okay, we can fix it. What? Volcano broke? What are you talking about? Now we're gonna go ahead and stir the eggs and ignore the little shaking. Wow, I can't believe the well hasn't broken yet. That's what I'm saying, little one. Now we're gonna go ahead and just throw in some flour and we're gonna incorporate it until it looks about like this. And don't ask why there's such a big difference between the last shot and this shot, because I may or may not have used my hand a little too early and it looked very bad. But just trust the process. It's gonna be good, I promise. I wash my hands. A good pasta bounces back when you push it.
It's supposed to like come back up or what? Yeah, that did not
come back
do
up.
anything. That was a crater.
The kneading process might take a while, so you might as well get creative because your arm's gonna start hurting. Maybe with a wooden spoon, slice it up, hit it with one of these. Spoiler alert, this is what we're gonna use to roll it out because we don't have a roller. Very prepared for this video I am. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Put it in a plastic wrap and let it rest for 30 minutes. This is the easy part. An old Chinese myth used to say that a pasta or noodles doesn't need a roller. And so I'm using a Thailand, Laotian, or I think some parts of Vietnam's very famous and exotic utensil, mortar. On the real note, this is what a mortar looks like for Laotian and Thailand people. It's actually called sak. It's really fun to say. But using the sak, we're gonna make it as thin as possible, aka as much as your arm can handle. And then after that, we're gonna start cutting it. And you're gonna be very careful. Not because you're gonna chop your hand off because you put it right there. Just, you saw what I did, don't do that. It's because you're very bad at consistency. And you found out during kindergarten that you can't color in line unless you push really hard down on your pencil. And so growing up, when lead pencils were becoming a thing, you can't really use it because you always end up breaking it unless you push it just a little bit, just like this. But like this is a no-go. But this is good. Okay, back to the pasta. First, you want to put the tomato in the pan, and if you think this song sounds familiar, it's the one that's like, T is for tomato in the pan. Okay. O is for the way the olive oil. Hey, M is for the way. That's enough of that. But you want to crush these tomatoes. You see me here trying to crush it with a wooden spoon. It's not gonna work. So I'm gonna bring in this. Life is like a tomato sauce. Like, you sometimes come across tomatoes you can't crush with your wooden spoon. You'll find your metal spoon or a spatula to crush these tomatoes, which are synonyms for your problem. You're gonna go in with a little bit of salt. You wanna crush it again, just like this, till it looks about like this. You wanna go in with some peppers. You're gonna go in with some garlic powder, some of that Italian seasoning, and then you're gonna stir it. And I know right now it looks like a glob of disgusting tomato juice and seasoning, but the smell coming off this thing was awesome. I hope YouTube adds a smell feature in the future. But you might be a little concerned that the sauce is thick, but you're gonna let the tomato cook more and you crush it more, and you're gonna add the pasta water and it'll thin out the sauce and soak into the pasta. It's awesome. Speaking of pasta, yeah, it's been cooking. It only needs a few minutes because it's fresh pasta. So you're gonna go ahead and take all of them and then put them into the pot. Okay, that was all I was able to grab. So I'm just gonna do a quick cut here. The reason we use pasta water and not regular water is that when you boil pasta, that starch content blends into the water, and you salt the water, so it's like this beautiful like goodness water that thickens the sauce and makes the sauce saltier. It's beautiful.
I'm actually like surprised how good that is.
Thank you, Joseph. So we're gonna go to the taste testing bit. One on the left is the one that is with homemade noodles and homemade sauce, and the one on the right is the one that we made with the jar sauce. So we're gonna be tasting it, seeing which one we like better. You got a whole tomato, bro. So if you had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'll rate it after I eat this.
Okay, the average would be 8.25. This one, what do you give it, a 6?
I gave that a 6.
I give it a 7, so 6.5 and an 8.25.
Or 8.
Or an 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Yeah, that's the final score. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you guys later.